64 teams with one goal: to win. Yeah, you know, not to lose. Today, I've created a giant 64-team single elimination NBA tournament. We've got 30 current day teams and 34 historic teams on NBA 2K23. I put the two most recent historic teams, the 2019 Raps and 2017 Warriors, into the mix with the current teams to make it an even 32-32 team split. There's literally zero chance we don't encounter at least one massive upset in this video. You know, I said it wasn't going to be close. I mean, I didn't specify which team it wouldn't be. They just got spanked. What? And good luck predicting a winner at this point, bro. 64 teams is so many, and there is some really good players. There's some great teams here. Forcing up another three. Oh, that was clutch. They've got with a. Why would he pull? This game is so dumb. Let's get it rolling. Step one of our tournament was to split the 32 current teams and 32 historic teams into two separate leagues, wherein I simulated one season for both. Using the standings 1 through 16 from both conferences in each league, I seeded the teams and inserted them into 4 separate playoff mode brackets on 2K. For example, this is the current West bracket, which saw the 2017 Warriors and Pelicans finishing 1-2 during the sim. They're playing the Jazz and Spurs respectively, who finished 15-16 in the current West during the sim. And that's how we'll take care of the gigantic round of 64. We good? Great. Starting with the current West, there was just one single noteworthy upset. Phoenix, who was inexplicably the 13 seed, beat the Clippers. PG-13 tried to carry 41 points, but Kawhi choked. Also worth noting, the Lakers lost to Dallas. I mean, it's not a crazy upset, but yeah. The historic West was also pretty chalk. Kobe and Shaq took down Prime Duncan, while of course the 07 Warriors would surprise and win their first round match. Now the historic East bracket, well, that got pretty crazy. We had two separate era Bulls squads advancing, with the D-Rose 2011 crew and the 96 MJ team win. We also had a pair of 76er teams both losing, as AI's boys fell to the never stop talking about themselves 08 Celtics, and Dr. J took an L to the other team Boston folks never shut up about.
And we're gonna hurt some people.
The 04 Pistons beat Shaq's Magic, while the 90 Cavs beat Melo and the Knicks. What? And the final region to get through was the current East, but I spent over an hour having my 2K game glitch trying to create that playoff bracket. It made literally zero sense, but eventually I just gave up. So we're just gonna take the top 8 teams from that season sim and send them through. I'm sorry, friends. But with our 64 teams now pared down to 32, I can officially toss them onto this sexy bracket created by yours truly. I mean, it's nice. Y'all can't lie. I reseeded the teams in each region 1 through 8 based on how they finished the season sim. For example, in the top left region, the 17 Warriors remain the 1 seed, while the Suns, who pulled off a round of 64 upset, are now the 8 seed. With KD on one side of this matchup and KD on the other, I knew we were in for a banger. And the Suns and 17 Warriors are tied with 2 minutes left. Wait, now the Suns actually have a lead. Chris Paul. Oh, Chris Paul. He got an angle on Steph. Now they got a 2-basket lead. Let's go, 17 Warriors. KD not giving this rock up. Oh, that's a good look. And he sold. Oh my word. 2017 prime KD sold. Man, they are determined to make KD the hero here. Both teams, and he keeps missing. And just like that, first game of the round of 32, and we've got our first upset. Well, good news for Hoops fans from the Bay. At least one of your teams in this video, and there's actually more still to come. One of your teams is advancing. The current day Warriors trouncing the current day Nuggets. Oh my word. Nikola Jokic 36, 14, and 12 in a loss. Are you serious? In this universe, the Mavs weren't last second tanking for Victor and actually beat the Grizzlies in their round of 32 matchup. And our final current West matchup would see those 2-seeded Pelicans hold on over the Thunder. A little bit cheese because, well, Zion is healthy in this universe. And with that, we've got our first 4 teams moving on to the Sweet 16. The Suns versus Warriors. Very nice. Also, the Mavs versus Pelicans. A couple upset. We see an 8 seed, a 6 seed in there. Nice. And from there, we'll go to the current East bracket. Some interesting matchups. I'm looking at Celtics Heat. Of course, they would meet in the playoffs. 76ers Cavs should be good. The Bucks are a 7 seed. How? Brother, I gotta be honest. I thought the Raptors, the 2019 Raptors, would handle business no problem. The Pacers, low-key, gave them a run for their money. An 8-point dev. That's not a bad loss, Indiana. I'm just saying. I had all sorts of anticipation built up for Celtics Heat in the round of 32, and this game didn't disappoint. The Celtics have a lead, but it's only 3. Miami is right there. Oh, Robert Williams is inside. Kevin Love, such weak defense, man. Brother, Tyler Hero is just taking over the game for Miami, and not in, you know, a good way. He just bricked that layup. I mean, they made it very close, did the Heat, but Boston does survive. Surviving is also what the Philadelphia 76ers would do. I mean, it was a double-digit lead win over the Cavs, but barely. Bro, I question why the Bucks were a 7 seed and thought for sure they'd upset the Bro, Atlanta just won by 12. What am I seeing? Giannis pulled a Jokic and messed around near triple-double, but also in a loss, we're having superstars falling left and right. And just like that, the current East bracket is off to the Sweet 16. We've got all them spots booked. Nothing too shocking there, to be honest. In fact, the only big upset of our round of 32 for the current teams was the 2017 Warriors falling. But I mean, they lost to the Suns with KD. Still not sure how them boys were an 8 seed, by the way, but I digress. Let's move it along to the historic bracket, though. We'll start with the historic West bracket. It's looking just absolutely filthy. I mean, we've got a battle of LA. We've got the prime KD, James Harden, Russell Westbrook Thunder. We've got Steve Nash and the Suns versus the We Believe War. Every matchup is a bang. Every single one. We ain't sleeping on any of them. Let's go. In probably the best on paper matchup of this entire video, the prime Thunder with Kevin Durant, James Harden, Russell Westbrook took on the 0-1 Lakers with Shaq, Kobe, and not much else, which unfortunately didn't live up to the hype. A 17-point blowout for the Thunder. I really do think the lack of depth for the Lakers killed them, man. It's just Shaq and Kobe and these Thunder. They're amazing. Oh, KD dropped 49 points. All right, then. Next matchup, the 2011 Mavs versus outta Kings. Well, okay, then. Dallas. Did we have another 60-point performance maybe from Dirk in this game? They just dominated the Kings? And shouts to C-Web joining Giannis Jokic with impressive stat lines, albeit in a loss. Next, we'd move to our Battle of LA, which was also a battle of point guards. Prime Magic Johnson versus prime Chris Paul. Clippers, Lakers, let's go. Unfortunately, our battle of point guards was a battle of point knots as Magic dominated. Almost a 30-point win. And yes, Magic Johnson, 35, 10, and 15. He dominated, to say the least. Final round of 32 matchup in the historic West, the 05 7 seconds or less Suns versus the 07 We Believe Warriors. And of course, these Warriors would make things extremely difficult on MVP Steve Nash. 3-point game. They've got a chance to tie. This is their last chance. Okay, Steven Jackson in the corner. That's actually a good look. That's, oh, he bricked it. Yeah, the Suns got bailed. I think so. Bruh, that's a prime Steve Nash stat line if I've ever seen one. 17 points, 20 assists. Shouts to these Warriors, man. They did make it interesting. And with that, 4 more teams advanced to the Sweet 16. It is chalk in this region. 1, 2, 3, 4 seeds, but we did have some good battles. And hopefully we round out our round of 32 with some more good battles in the historic East bracket. Let's do it. Up first in the historic East, a Cavaliers versus Cavaliers matchup. Interesting, although I don't think it'll be close. So, yeah, I said it wasn't going to be close. I don't know. I mean, I didn't specify which team it wouldn't be. Yeah, I thought the 16 Cavs. I mean, they were only the 1 seed coming out of the simulation. LeBron and Kyrie, they just got spanked. What? Brother, I need answers. LeBron had 35, 7, 7, 2, 2. That's a prototypical LeBron. What was Kyrie doing? 4 of 13. Oh my word. Steve Kerr. This is 75 overall. Steve Kerr went wild on the Cavs. I am speechless. Yeah. All right. I'm still processing LeBron being eliminated. How about this matchup? D Rose and the Bulls versus the 86 Celtics. Oh my. Okay. So I didn't make a prediction for this game. Another ridiculous outcome. I mean, they won the Bulls. That's fine. By almost 30 points though. What? Nah, the Celtics choked. Larry Bird was 9 of 25 with 8 turnovers. Would we get a second straight Bulls team advancing to the Sweet 16? The 96 MJ Bulls against, well, young, prime, whatever you want to call him, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. What a matchup. See, Kareem was young at that time, but was also winning MVPs and championships, setting records. So he was also in his prime. We'll just say that. Unfortunately, as great as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was at this point in his career, his supporting cast, not so much. This was a blowout. And wrapping up the round of 32 with our historic East matchups, the 08 Celtics versus 04 Pistons. Real interesting. Hey, Brett, can I get a close matchup here? This bracket has been in 3 blowouts, 4 blow. Okay, Boston, you're advancing. And just so y'all Pistons fans don't come at my neck, I did give this Pistons team Rasheed Wallace. He took 4 shots in the game. He's like a 90 overall. What was he doing? And looking back at our brackets, we finally had another nice upset with the Cavaliers beating the Cavaliers. Otherwise, pretty chalk. We've got 2 Bulls teams advancing, which is fun. And zooming back out to our main bracket, well, would you look at that? We're off to the Sweet 16. Plenty of fire matchups still to come, of course. And let's head back to where we started with the current West. We've got Suns, Warriors, Mavs, Pelicans. Okay. Suns, Warriors in the Sweet 16 was beautiful because it pitted Kevin Durant against one of his many former teams. Okay. And KD, he kind of smacked him around. Just his team, anyways. That's a big win for the Suns. Would the Dallas duo of Doncic and Kyrie do the same thing? Well, so long long as they can close out a 5-point lead with 45 seconds remaining, yeah, they can. And indeed, I was a little worried there might be some fireworks there. No, even with Zion, these Pelicans stopped in their tracks by the Mavs, which of course is ironic because Dallas literally gave up on the season IRL, but Luka, he's just too good in this game. And we've got a nice little rivalry matchup here. The Suns versus the Mavs. Luka versus D-Book. Funny, 6 seed versus 8 seed. And from there, we'll move back to our current East bracket where we've got Raps, Celtics, Sixers, Hawks. Okay. Could the championship year Raptors continue to trounce the current East? Brad, they're too good. They're too good. I've created a monster. They were the 1 seed in the regular season sim, and now they're 2-0 into the play. Yeah, this is trouble for the rest of the bracket. But the even more interesting matchup in this region of the bracket, Trae Young and the Hawks, would they dominate once again another superstar? Bro, literally, what am I watching? The Hawks are like the heavyweight of this entire video. I promise I didn't juice their roster. I mean, Trae Young's just different. 28 and 14. Otherwise, they're just balanced, I guess. I feel shocked at the results so far from the current East, but in reality, they were the 1 and 2 seeds in our original simulation, so I guess it makes sense. Let's cruise down to the bottom left portion of our bracket, the historic West, to sort some stuff out. A matchup that we basically saw come to fruition in the playoffs back in 2012, the 12 Thunder versus 2011 Mavericks. Let's do it. And this that good stuff, yo, a 2-point game. The Mavs are leading, 90 seconds remaining. I know on paper both these teams super high seeds, but this would feel like a huge upset if the Mavs do win. Oh, James Harden just blew past Jason Terry. Jason Terry missing a 3 on one end, getting exposed on the other. Okay, it wouldn't be a huge upset, but I had high hopes for this Thunder team. Dirk from the post. Oh, I thought that was money. No, wait, James Harden again? Bro, James Harden saying, look at me, I'm the captain now with these drives. Caron Butler, though, to the rim. He smoked a layup. Oh my gosh. Is this it? OKC did survive, winning a game by scoring under 100 points. Impressive. OKC didn't need another 50 piece from KD in this one, although Russ did lead the way. A really great game. Kevin Durant was pretty good. James Harden only 8 points, but a couple super clutch baskets. Once again, we've got a battle of point guards as Magic Johnson now takes on Steve Nash. Oh wow, a 5-point lead for Nash and the Suns. Barring a miracle, they might have this one. Okay, wait, maybe miracle talk was too quick. It's now a 3-point game, and young Amari's getting clamped by old Kareem. Bruh, Magic's just gonna dominate Steve inside or give it to James Worthy, who will do the same thing. 1-point game. I'm begging Steve not to just throw this ball. Dude, Amari is also tired. There's zero chance. There's zero chance against Kareem. You're making that, my guy. Oh no, and Magic's back door. That's way too easy. They're just trying to work the ball into Amari Stoudemire again. Okay, there's a clear lane. Nope. Magic's all over the place. Thankfully, Amari got the board this time. Yo, look at MVP Steve Nash holding his ground. That's defense from the Suns. Grab board. Oh my gosh. And Steve's gonna hit them free throws. Truly a roller coaster of emotions there. Amari did have a great game. So did Nash, 30 and 13. Magic in the loss. He joins, what is it? Giannis, Jokic, I can't remember who else. Massive performances in a loss, a triple-double. And with that, our second Phoenix Suns team into the Elite Eight. This time the Steve Nash era against the Thunder. Ooh, that's gonna be a good matchup. But before we get there, we've got to finish off the Sweet 16 matchups from the historic East. Cavs, Bulls, Celtics. A lot of Chicago in there. I don't know how to feel about it. I really can't believe the 1990 Cavaliers are here, but maybe they upset D Rose as well. Okay, what in the world is up with this Cavs team? Yeah, they're within 1. What in the world? No chance. Mark Price is out here nah, bruh. This Cavs team thinks this tournament is like super unserious. Look at this pass in the clutch, and it worked. Are the 1990 Cavs really about to do it? They're just running this give the ball to Brad Daugherty offense. He got the rebound, and he got free throw. It's working. Dude, one stop here from the Cavs, and they've literally got this game. Derek forcing up another 3. Oh, that was clutch. That was clutch, D Rose. I see you. Do the 90s Cavs have a game winner, or are we going to OT? I can't believe it either way, to be honest. They're going right back to Brad Daugherty. It's the stupid offense. It just works. What in the world? Whatever happens here, I want the Bulls to go for a 3. I want to see a game winner. They got Kyle Korver prime on the court. They've got D Rose with a... Why would he pull? This game is so dumb. Why would Derek... He has a lane. Look at this. Look at this. He has a lane. I get their shot blockers cut, but this is Derrick Rose, and he goes for a floater. The Cavs were bailed out in the clutch heavy by Derrick Rose's floater tendency, which is at an 80 and caused him to do something so dumb. I'm pretty sure nothing will match the finish to the game we just saw, but hey, Michael Jordan versus the 08 Celtics. I mean, that could be fun. You never know. Well, it was by no means a blowout or a super clutch finish, but the Bulls Bulls at least have one representative onto the Elite Eight. Man, I just can't believe this Cavs team is still alive, but they'll get a shot at revenge at Michael Jordan in the Elite Eight. And our big board, big bracket is starting to round into shape, so let's do it. Let's knock off all 4 Elite Eight matchups, starting with the current West teams. Into the Elite Eight now, Kevin Durant faces his former teammate Kyrie Irving, both on new teams, of course. Oh, and this thing going right down to the wire again. We love it. The Suns down by 2. I don't see Kyrie Irving on the court for Dallas, but that's probably fine. Yeah, that's probably fine. Luka Doncic is there. It's all good. Bro, Kyrie fouled out? What? Has he ever done that in his life? No Kyrie, but now the Suns have taken CP3 out, which is kind of random, and D-Book's bricking. No stoppages in this game. It's just flat out bricks everywhere in the clutch. Nobody's making a thing. Can somebody clutch up? D-Book from mid-range. He missed that too. Kevin Durant, be involved, dude. That's crazy, bro. Dallas just keeps on winning. Luka, massive performance as you'd expect. 37, 7, and 4. KD, man, he was disappearing in the clutch and didn't play great all game. We'll give young Kevin Durant a shot at redemption against, ironically, the Phoenix Suns. Let's go. Oh my, KD might be going down again. He's down by 4 with under 2 left. This time Kevin Durant's getting involved. A wide open look, and that's money, baby. I hated the Suns offense in the clutch last time we saw them, even though they took a dub. Can they figure it out this time? Once again, they're going to tired Amari Stoudemire against a really good defender. Why? Come on, man. Phoenix, run one good offensive set. Steve. Oh, wait, that actually worked. That worked. Amari inside. He actually had position and a mismatch. That I'm okay with. Russ is back in for the Thunder, and that's a reckless take from Russell Westbrook. Nah, they really got that accurate, didn't they? A nice balanced performance from the Suns, and Russ again led the way for OKC, but it wasn't enough. We've got the 1 seed 19 Toronto Raptors against the 2 seeded Atlanta Hawks. Bro, I can't even get a close game with the Hawks. Yeah, these 19 Raps have been dominant. Well, nope, they just got smoked by Atlanta. I don't understand. Dude, Trae Young is just 41 and 13. I guess that's the reason, the answer to all my questions. But this is the main event we've been waiting for. The final matchup in our Elite Eight. Michael Jordan versus whoever is leading the Cavs right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I literally couldn't make this up right now if I tried. This is beyond belief. The Cavaliers, they've beaten Michael. Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan both had monster games doing everything. And this balanced 1990 Cavs team, they've beaten LeBron, Derrick Rose, Michael Jordan, all in their prime, all MVP years. Wow. It's taken a minute. We've seen a lot of ups, downs, roller coaster, but we've got ourselves a Final Four. Coming out of the current West, the Dallas Mavericks. Over in the current East, we've got the Atlanta Hawks dominant. Swinging down to the historic East, we see those 1990s Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't understand. And finally, back over to the historic West, Steve Nash's 2005 Phoenix Suns. Altogether on the big bracket, we've got Dallas versus Phoenix, a classic Western Conference matchup. And we've got the Atlanta Hawks and Cleveland Cavaliers, 2 genuinely shocking teams. A team led by a man who won 2 straight MVPs during his prime in Phoenix, against a team led by the man who wins MVP every single time you boot up NBA 2K23. This really is a clash of the Titans. But early on, we only saw one Titan on display, as the Mavs and Luka were up big in the first half. Nash and the Suns fought tooth and nail, even bringing it to within single digits by the time the fourth quarter rolled around. But in a super high scoring affair, the Suns were down to their last leg here. They're about to pass. He's about to feed it into Amari again, isn't he, Steve Nash? Yeah, okay, go for a 2. That's just, and you missed it. Unbelievable. I'll admit I was pulling for the Phoenix Suns, but yeah, they were pretty bad down the stretch, and Dallas was amazing. Oh my, by Dallas was amazing. I, of course, meant Luka Doncic was amazing, and nothing else really mattered. 52, 12, and 11. We needed to find an opponent for the machine that is Luka Doncic. So up next, the other half of our Final Four, Trae Young and the unbeatable Atlanta Hawks against Mark Price and the superhero-like Cleveland Cavaliers. I know, I don't get. I'm even wearing a Cavs hat and I don't get it. Oh my gosh, it's a 1-point game with 1 minute remaining. We'd have it no other way. The 2 absolute behemoths of this video, the indestructible forces going up against each other. Yeah, throw it to Brad Daugherty inside. It just keeps working for Cleveland. What does Atlanta have to answer? It's a Trae Young ISO, and he got a step. There you go, Trae. Easy finish inside. I mean, look at this. Brad Daugherty again. This time he doesn't have position, and he finally missed. Thank goodness. The Hawks need a bucket here, though. They got their clutch stop. Trae Young, step back. That's tough. That's tough, and he wasn't even close. The Cavs hit a couple free throws. The Hawks still have a chance. Trae Young, I was not expecting that. My guy just pulled. I mean, I guess that was a pretty clean look. Buddy brick. Bit of an anticlimactic finish between these two powerhouses, but of course, the Cavs just keep rolling. Mark Price, a workman like 24, 7, and 10. First one in the gym, last one out type vibe. Our massive 64-team tournament comes down to this. We've got our final two teams remaining. The Dallas Mavericks on one side, the 1990 Cleveland Cavaliers on the other. Dallas, of course, a great roster led by Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Christian Wood, and a bunch of role players, but yeah, mainly just Luka Doncic. I mean, let's just all be honest with ourselves. He's amazing. And those Mavs, of course, will be taking on the unbelievable 1990 Cavaliers led by 91 Mark Price, Larry Nance, Brad Daugherty, John Williams, Craig Elo. I mean, they have some depth, but come on, man. They should not be there. And I know it, you know, they know it too, but hey, chaos is chaos. Just like in their Final Four matchup, the Mavericks did get out to a strong early start. It took a good minute in the game, but finally in the second half, the Cavs would have cut the lead down to single digits. Nice, they're in it. But unfortunately, the magic did have to end at one point, and this is that point. Luka Doncic and the Mavs were too much to overcome an 18-point resounding victory in our championship game. Luka with a ho-hum 38, 15, and 7 stat line as the Mavericks finished the video alone atop the world, atop the NBA and our 64-team giant tournament. I'm a little bit surprised. I mean, it's definitely not the most shocking result. That would have been the Cavs winning, but let me know what you guys thought of the video. If you enjoyed, let me know down below, and what was the most surprising part for you.